Hey, what's going on, guys? Sorry for the lack of videos. I haven't posted a video in like 2 days. I've been kind of busy packing up some stuff. I'm gonna be going out of town for next week. Gonna go see some grandparents. Hopefully they have internet, but in case they don't, I won't be able to post any videos. Should still be able to play though, so that shouldn't affect me. But anyways, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go over a quick little raid defense setup video, and this is gonna be mainly for like all the new players, or most of the new players. Some of you seasoned players probably don't need to watch this video, but for those of you guys that are fairly new, there are 3 mods that matter the most when setting up your base, and they are laser guidance module, this one, harm accelerator, and the exo filter. In terms of ranking, I would probably rank laser guidance module first, harm accelerator second, and the exo filter third. Anything else that you throw on your base, I don't really care about. For me, I'd have this Nightbird's mark back here in the back, and this strange refractor I have on Windblade. I'll go over why I have whatever I have on certain characters. But for starters, the laser guidance module just does so much damage on certain characters, particularly back in the beginning, before Waspinator came out. Everyone used to have a laser guidance module on Mirage, and he would do so much damage with his ranged attacks. But now everyone has switched over to having laser guidance module on Waspinator and Megatron. I've seen a lot of Megatrons on it, and I recently switched my Megatron from exo filter to the laser guidance module, and he's just been absolutely wrecking. So I highly recommend that setup. But basically, laser guidance module, it'll increase your character's ranged speed, and if it's duped, it'll also basically it has like an armor pierce ability, and decreases evasion as well. Sorry, it increases the ranged attacks by 140%, plus 30% crit rate, and 68.3% projectile flight speed. So it just makes some ranged characters that like spamming their attacks extremely good. So I highly recommend putting Waspinator, if you have Waspinator, and Megatron on laser guidance module. If you don't, I would recommend putting it on like a Mirage if you have him. Let's see, what else do we got? Harm accelerators, these are extremely good on certain characters, particularly on tacticians like Bumblebee and Ultra Magnus, just because he's super tanky, and on brawlers. And the 2 brawlers that come to mind are Motormaster and Grindor, just because they're so tanky and they can prolong the fight. And Grindor works so well because he gets those armor buffs, and he just takes less damage, which means that the fight's going to be extended even longer. And what basically the harm accelerator does is any acid, shock, burn, and bleed effects, they're going to deal 20 whatever % more damage. It depends on your dupe level. And what it's going to do, it's going to add an extra stack of bleed on every special attack, and passively you have 100% chance to deal 732% attack over 60 seconds. So that's why it works amazing on brawlers, because they have some of the highest attack in the game. And let me see, and the longer the fight, the more power they gain, so they'll be activating more specials, which means you're gonna have more bleed stacks on the opponent. But now it's easily countered by MV1s. It's always been countered by MV1s, and recently it's actually countered by Grimlock if he's duped. If he's not, it's a little bit tough, but currently MV1's probably still king when it comes to countering harm accelerators. And as you can see, I have a harm accelerator on Bumblebee, just because he's super like evasive, and he does really well. And of course Grindor, so he can prolong the fight as much as he can with his armor buffs and his overall tankiness. And the last mod that I highly recommend on your base, and it doesn't matter where you put it on, it's this exo filter. the exo filter, it just works amazing, particularly with characters that are like really strong and have really high damage outputs. I put mine on Motormaster just because he already has his unstoppable whenever he dashes, and an added unstoppable like randomly throughout the fight, it's just even better. Exodus, I don't have it unlocked on my 3-star mod, but what it does is it just repairs health whenever a debuff is purified. And what that basically means is every 15 seconds all debuffs are purified and an unstoppable buff is granted for 3 seconds. Plus 0.35 additional seconds for each debuff removed in this way. And it will activate immediately whenever 3 simultaneous debuffs are active. So overall, your character can just end up going ham and crazy on the opponent, which is awesome. So that's why I like putting it on Motormaster. And last but not least, the last 2 mods that I like the most, every other mod in my opinion is not as good as these. But you guys can play around with it as much as you like, I guess. But I highly recommend having on this first node, having either a harm accelerator or a laser guidance module on one of your characters. And on the 4th node, same thing. You always want to force your opponent to fight one of these characters. Any character that's very strong as a raid defender, you always want to force the opponent to fight them. Yeah, it just increases your chances of winning overall. And one of the last 2 mods that I like out of everything else, one of them being this Nightbird's mark. And one of the reasons why I put it in the back, not up front, like where Bumblebee or Motormaster is, it's because of its signature ability. And my 2-star Nightbird's mark is actually like 100% level 100. So the Nightbird's call will strike a fatal blow instantly against opponents that are below 25.1% health. And it also increases crit damage by 80% on critical hits and plus 5% armor penetration, and it passively has a 4% chance to evade attacks, and successfully evading an attack grants 100% crit chance for your next attack. So why I have it in the back is, and on Barricade, just in case Barricade gets knocked down, he has increased crit chance as well as evades, and I sometimes have my fingers crossed and hope that he can KO an opponent. But usually if an opponent has gone through like your first 3 bots, there's a pretty good chance that one of or some of their characters are kind of low health. So having a Nightbird's mark towards the back increases the chances of your character KOing one of their characters, which is just really good in my opinion, because you don't want to have it up in the front where you know, their characters are going to be full health and they can take out your character. You just want to have it more towards the back. So that's why you want to put that mod in the back. And then I have this strange refractor on Windblade, and here's why. Some people don't like strange refractor. I used to not really like it, except up until recently. But the signature ability is refraction, so while your character is blocking, opponents that make contact with your block are damaged for up to 14% attack. Damage increases with block proficiency. And it has plus 16% block proficiency, which means your character is more likely to block. And when blocking, you have a 25% chance to stun opponents that make contact with your block for 1.5 seconds. And all stun abilities last up to 1 second longer based on block proficiency. And the reason I have that on Windblade is because if she does manage to stun the opponent, basically her basic attacks, they have a really sorry, I'm losing my train of thought. They have a bleed chance, and it basically enables you to put out a little bit more damage with her bleeds, and she also has a stun if she gets 4 bleed stacks. And I think it works really well on her. I see a lot of people running it on Windblade, and every now and then I struggle a bit against the Windblade. But overall, it's pretty easy to get through. I really don't know what other mod is useful in my opinion. These are like the best ones. Robot Resource is also really good. I don't have it on any button at the moment. My Ironhide is in rank 4. If he was, I would probably put Ironhide instead of Windblade there. But the rest of them, in my opinion, are kind of garbage. I know some of you guys are probably going to disagree with me, but I still don't even know what the hell this transwarp cell does. It's supposed to like have your character do like heavy attacks more frequently or something, but wait, does it? Yeah, defending bots paired with this module are 30% more likely to activate heavy attacks. I don't know. I've gone against characters on transwarp cell and they don't even use their heavy attacks, so it's probably not even working right. But yeah, that's kind of a rant on defending your base. Let's go over like some of my defenses really quick. Oh wow, so you got quite a couple of wins recently. Let's check out this one. So against the Waspinator, this guy brought his MV1, his Bone Crusher, and his Bumblebee. Waspinator KO'd his Bone Crusher. Let's see, my Motormaster took his Bumblebee almost down to half. And Harm Accelerator, guys, it's guaranteed damage. So Grinder KO'd his Bumblebee and took his MV1 down to less than half health. And since he's less than half health, it's his last remaining bot. We have Barricade on Nightbird's mark, which has a 25, which enemies below 25% health will instantly get KO'd. And that's basically what happens there. His MV1 gets instantly KO'd just by taking one hit from our Barricade, which is awesome. Let's check out another fight. 8515. Let's see, how far did this guy get? Oh, he got all the way to the end. So against Waspinator KO'd his Ironhide and took his Bone Crusher to half health. Waspinator, guys, he's an amazing base defender, and I absolutely hate going up against them too because they like to spam their range attacks and their heavies, and those things come flying at you so fast. They do so much damage, and if he ever gets a special 3, it's basically a one-hit KO. It's probably what happened there against this guy. Let's see, what did Motormaster do? Did he do any damage? Oh wow, he took his MV1 down to like half health. And then our Grindor KO'd his MV1. So good job, Grindor. Barricade probably got instantly killed by that. Yeah, his Bone Crusher totally destroyed our Barricade. And looks like Megatron killed his Bone Crusher. Took some damage, but he was able to get it done. And last but not least, BMIMA Walter. How far did this guy get? He got some Megatron as well. Oh my god, Waspinator, you are amazing. KO'd 2 of his characters. Motormaster did some damage to his OG. Grindor also chipped some damage. Barricade did like one scratch, and then our Megatron killed his OG. So overall, guys, this setup, I feel like it works really well. I've been having a lot more wins recently, which is a good thing. Let's see. Oh yeah, this guy. Megatron KO'd all his characters. Megatron's super strong, guys. I thought he wasn't that good, but he's amazing on defense as well. But yeah, guys, let me know what you guys think of my base setup and my rationale, I guess, for having this team as a setup. I know I can probably switch out like Bumblebee for Ultra Magnus since he's a little more tanky. I think Motormaster on Exofilter is really good, and let me know if you guys would switch out that Strange Refractor on Windblade, or if you would switch out that Nightbird's mark for something else. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope this video helped you guys kind of strengthen your base a bit more. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you tomorrow during the live stream. Bye.